Hello friends, welcome to all. Today here we discuss the subject of a electrical machine. In this subject here we start the topic of a synchronous machine. In the previous video lecture we discussed the various voltage regulation method. In the voltage regulation method it is a very important for the regulation purpose of a synchronous machine and other equipment. In the voltage regulation, in the previous video lecture, there are three important methods for the regulating purpose. That are EMF method, MMF method and ZPF method. We clearly explained in a previous video lecture. Here now we start with the topic of a salient pole type. In the previous video lecture, that all topic are non-salient pole type construction of a synchronous machine. Now here in this topic of a salient pole type construction. As we know, the synchronous machine are generally divided in two parts, that are non-salient pole type and salient pole type. So in this video we start with the salient pole type machine. The three-phase synchronous generator construction are drawn in this figure. That are a 4-pole machine. Here it is a 4-pole machine are drawn, and that is a 2-pole machine are figure. In the 4-pole machine, here are the pole are constructed and quadrant axis are drawn. That is a D axis, Q axis are clearly shown. And the 2-pole machine, in the N and S pole are clearly shown. That of the axis are D axis and Q axis. Here it is a constructional detail for the salient pole type alternator of them. Now we explain the magnetic axis of the rotor and quadrant axis of the rotor, how it is work and that performance of the synchronous generator. For the magnetic axis of the rotor, that is a direct axis. The axis of a symmetrically and magnetic pole of the rotor is known as a direct axis. That is a short form of a D. That is a short form of a D axis. Here I repeat, the axis of a symmetrically magnetic pole of the rotor is known as a D axis, and quadrant axis is the meaning of the axis of a symmetrically halfway between adjacent north and south pole is known as a quadrant axis. There is a form of a Q axis. Here I repeat, the axis of a symmetrically halfway between adjacent north and south pole is known as a quadrant axis. The quadrant axis is generally 90-degree electrical away from the direct axis. 90-degree electrical away from the direct axis D axis. The direct axis and quadrant axis of the 2-pole and 4-pole of silent pole type synchronous machine are constructed in this figure. Now for the explanation purpose, we start with the armature reaction as per the topic of a two reaction theory. Here we know that in a salient pole type construction, the air gap between stator and rotor is not uniform. The flux of a distribution is therefore not uniform inside in the stator periphery. So now we draw the direct axis, quadrant axis flux distribution in a salient pole type synchronous generator for the clearly explanation. Here it is a figure of a flux distribution. The axis of them is a Q axis and D axis. Quadrant axis and magnetic flux and direct axis of them. For the d axis, it is a stator and rotor are rotating part of them. In this figure, the air gap of them is not uniform, and there is a air gap of a rotor and stator. Between them is a less air gap along the d axis. So it is a right from less air gap of along with the d axis, and it is a more air gap between along with the d axis. This is a direct axis path of the flux. So it is a right from direct axis flux path, and this is a dotted line is a represent of a quadrant axis flux line. This is a quadrant axis flux line is a represent of a dotted line, and this is the direct axis of them, but here it is a less air gap along with the d axis, and this is a more air gap between d axis. Both are non-uniform type air gap. So it is a right from here there is a non-uniform air gap of them. It is based on synchronous generator of a three-phase equipment. The reluctance offered by the silent pole type machine along the d axis and q axis are different. As we know, the reluctance offered both are different for the q axis and d axis, because there is a air gap of them is a various different. Along the d axis air gap is less, so the reluctance offered is less, and along the q axis air gap is more, so the reluctance offered is more. Obviously, the flux distribution along the d axis and q axis will be different form. The d axis flux path is marked by the thick line. It is a represent of a thick line. There are and this is a dotted line is a represent of a q axis for flux path marked by the dotted line is a known from them. The armature reaction is effect of a armature flux on the main flux. There is a known from MMF and MMF flux line. The armature reaction along the d axis and along the q axis is to be considered from the effect of the armature flux along the d axis and q axis will be considered in the basis of flux distribution. Effect of a armature reaction is considered by the armature reaction. There is a form of a x suffix a. It is the armature reaction. This armature reaction will be splitted into two parts along the direct axis and along the quadrant axis of them. For the direct axis, in a symbol of them there is a x suffix ad, it is a direct axis, and quadrant axis is a represent in the symbol of x suffix aq. The direct axis is known as the armature reactions along of them, and it is a quadrant axis along with. For this non-salient pole type machine, we take the value of we take the value of them, it is a x suffix s is equal to xl plus xl. But for the salient pole type machine, synchronous reactance and resolved by the two components. There is a quadrant axis and direct axis. It is a represent of, in a previous discussing, there is a x AD and x AQ. Thus, the analysis of a salient pole type machine is to be done in a different way than the non-salient pole type machine. The analysis is done by representing of a two reactions theory. For the two reactions theory, as per this theory, for the stator MMF of a armature MMF is divided into two components. The first component is a parallel of a polar axis or direct axis denoted by FAD. It is a represent of a polar axis or direct axis. Other name of is a and second parts of them is a component of electrically perpendicular to the polar axis denoted by F suffix AQ. It is a perpendicular to the polar axis form. The armature MMF is denoted by the value of Fa symbol, and thus so we can write the value of totally form of armature reaction is Fa bar is equal to F suffix AD bar plus F suffix AQ bar. It is a phasor addition of them. This is known as a phasor addition. The phasor diagram developed by considering the three-phase MMF of them. For the phasor diagram of a two reaction theory, now we should explain of a clearly explanation of a two reaction theory. It is a phasor diagram of a two reaction theory that are represented in a d axis versus q axis. The main flux is produced by the DC excitation or field excitation. It's the act of along in a d axis. There is a direct axis. The EMF include because it is a flux lagging behind the flux value by 90 degree. There is a, since the value of them is a EMF induced by the electromagnetic induction, it's a lagging of flux by 90 degree. The armature current, there is a symbol of I suffix A flowing through the winding, which lagging behind the EMF is E by some angle. This armature current IA produce the armature flux, and hence the armature MMF F suffix A. So if F suffix A is produced, there is a MMF of a armature. So the armature MMF is in a phase with armature current. The armature MMF, there is a symbol of F suffix A, is resolved into the two components. The two components that are F suffix AD, that are represented here, is shown in along the direct axis. It is known as a armature MMF, and other factor is a F suffix AQ. That are represented in a Q axis. Both are in a 90 degree angle of them. These two MMF F suffix ad and f suffix aq produce the fluxes along of them. The fluxes along simultaneously is 5 suffix ad and 5 suffix aq in a form. These are in a phase with a respective mmf of them. Here it is a flux value of 5 suffix ad is in phase with a f suffix ad value armature mmf, and the value of flux 5 suffix aq is in a phase with a f suffix aq value armature mmf f suffix aq value. Both the fluxes 5 ad and 5 aq is rotate at a synchronous speed and induce the emf in the armature winding. Both are in a rotating of a speed, that is a emf value, and produce the emf in a including of them. Here for the rotating speed, the flux ad and flux aq include the value of emf, that is a e suffix d and e suffix q are for the representing performance. Now for the phasor diagram explanation, for the d axis and q axis, direct axis and quadrant axis for the reaction purpose. Now we should explain of them for the reaction of a synchronous machine in the direct axis and quadrant axis for the explanation. For the direct axis and quadrant axis synchronous reactance, it is a figure of a phasor diagram for the two reaction theory considering voltage drop. For the voltage drop purpose, it is a phasor diagram are drawn for the explanation of a reactance theory. We know that the effect of a leakage flux and armature reaction is taken by calculating the reactance of XL and XS. When the armature current flowing of X suffix L and XA, it is a produce the voltage drop of armature IA into XL voltage drop purpose, and that is a IA into XA form. In a similar way, accordingly, the EMF induced, both of them is a ED and EQ in a explain of a previous form. There is a reactance of them, there are XD and XQ purpose. For the direct axis synchronous reactance, we know that the value of them is a XD is equal to X suffix AD plus XL in a form. And the same way, in the quadrant axis synchronous reactance, that are the value of X suffix Q is equal to X suffix AQ plus XL. The EMF E will be obtained by adding all the voltage drop by the terminal voltage Vt. For the EMF purpose, we should write the value of them is a E bar. E bar, it is a form of a positive, so there is no value of a negative purpose, it is a positive form. So E bar is equal to terminal voltage Vt bar plus armature reaction drop Ia into Ra bar, and the dropping of reactance in a Q axis and D axis, that are the plus value of Ia into D axis bar plus Ia in Q axis bar. For the same way, we should write the value of them E bar. So it is a next step of this equation. It is E is equal to terminal voltage Vt plus Ia into Ra plus in a that is a real part of this equation, and imaginary part of this equation is the form of j. So it is right the value of them, it is a j id in a xd plus j iq into xq form. It is a complete phasor diagram of a two reactions theory that are explained of this figure. In this figure, we should write the common value of them by using this figure. It is a E. E is equal to, in this figure, OM plus MN plus NE. Total EMF E is equal to OM plus Mn plus Ne in this equation. For the value of OM, it is a angle of them is a terminal voltage Vt, and representing the armature current of them, it is the angle of Q axis and armature current axis, it a sine form, and angle of a terminal voltage and Q axis, it is a angle delta. So it is a representing value of terminal voltage. For adding the resistance, it is a dropping form. The dropping form of a Q axis and terminal voltage axis, that are other sine form. It is representing in this figure. And for the next reactance form, that is a angle of them, it is a value of them is 90 of d axis. And when we adding the value of quadrant axis, it is a 90 degree of them. So write the value of here. For the OM purpose, we should write the angle and value. It is a terminal voltage Vt cos delta, terminal voltage Vt and cos delta. For the Mn form, we should write the value of them is a Ia into armature reactions plus armature reaction into cos sine value for the sine purpose. So it is in angle form, it is a sine form. So both are representing of them, and Ne is a represent the value of Id and xd multiplication, Id and xd multiplication value. Here we write the sine form for the purpose of reactions. So that is value of cos psi is equal to Iq upon Ia form, and we know that the sine is equal to Id upon Ia. For the current of quadrant axis and direct axis, by using this equation, we write the value of them is a Id is equal to Ia sine and Iq is equal to Ia cos sine. Now for the step to draw the phasor diagram by using this voltage drop condition. For the explanation of a voltage drop in this phasor diagram, it is a Vt is drawn the lagging of Q axis by some angle, considering the lagging power factor by armature current and terminal voltage by angle of phi, that is the power factor angle. Now all the voltage drop are to be added for the terminal voltage, that is a represent of a Vt. The value of armature current and armature resistance drop as a resistive form. So it is added at the tip value of a terminal voltage. The value of armature current in a d-axis and armature reactions for the drop of a reactance purpose, this drop has to be shown in a lagging by current of a d-axis by 90 degree. So it is drawn at a tip of a Ia into Id XD form. The lagging of Q is by 90 degree, hence this drop is a vertical form. Thus, all the voltage drops are added to the terminal voltage Vt at the resultant of obtain the EMF value is the notation of a different angle and phasor diagram. It is a different angle and phasor diagram are represented in a flux, delta angle and sine form. For the flux, it is a represent for the power factor angle between them it is a terminal voltage and armature current. In the figure, the delta angle, there is a load angle. Other name of load angle is a power angle. The power angle between them is a terminal voltage and EMF. It is a other angle is a sine angle. Sine angle is represent as a internal angle. That is the angle between them is a EMF E and armature current. We know that the value of sine is equal to flux plus delta angle. For the lagging power factor, and other sign is represent for the flux minus delta for the leading power factor angle. For the phasor diagram, we know that the value of them for the current in the d-axis is equal to Ia is equal Id is equal to Ia cos sine are shown here value, and other current value it is represent in the d-axis I suffix d is equal to Ia sine. The small angle here in this figure, the small angle constructed, that is a angle ABC in the tip value of a terminal voltage. So we should draw the modified phasor diagram of a angle and parallel operation. In a parallel operation and modified phasor diagram of two reaction theory, we will explain in a next video lecture. Thank you.